Hey guys, welcome back from the weekend. Hope you guys are all doing well and excited for another week of the CCC. Today we're going to be playing with a drink. Full disclosure, I had never heard of. This was a Ricey special.
Well, and Ricey special, you mean we're at like week 12 or something of the CCC, and we are running out of drinks to bring you guys that don't involve some rather obscure ingredients. So we're reaching a little bit trying to find this. But when I found this recipe, I will say we sort of dovetailed it from last Friday because it's still using the fresh grenadine that you guys made for last Friday's tequila sunrise. So lest that go to waste, we have another cocktail for you to use it with.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a totally random drink. Certainly we want you guys to take advantage of the new grenadine that you hopefully all made last week. We are pretty limited, at least in my sort of recollection of cocktails out there that use grenadine.
For sure. After we're done with the grenadine though, after today, if we don't want to remake any of these, I think that it'll be good with, Topo or Sprite and, let my daughter make a Shirley Temple out of it.
Yeah. And really, outside of tiki cocktails and the tequila sunrise last week and this drink today, can you think of another drink that we would likely make that uses it?
Truth be told, I mean, no, a classic drink, no, but I'm thinking about it, and it's essentially, like, you remember that time we made the cinnamon simple syrup for something, and they've been using it ever since. So really, it's a pomegranate simple syrup. Theoretically, you could use it in a gin sour and a vodka sour and just make a fruity sour out of it.
Okay, but we're making up a cocktail. Like there's not a classic cocktail that I can think of that uses grenadine.
Totally made up, but it would be pink and it would be pretty, and you could just put it in a gin sour.
What about in a Cosmo?
Done, easy.
Yeah, I mean, not that I drink Cosmos, nothing against Cosmos, but that's cranberry, but I think you could still maybe do a pomegranate version.
With pomegranate, beautiful. I think Samantha would be proud.
I think Samantha, you're talking Sex and the City?
I'll just call you Carrie Bradshaw.
Anyways, this is a pretty straightforward cocktail, and it's really not that far off from what we made on Friday. So if you like some of the elements of the tequila sunrise, but maybe not the tequila so much, and you're more of a bourbon fan, this is gonna be right up your alley. So we're not getting super creative, as Ricey said, but we want to take advantage of some of the ingredients we already have.
The other difference between the tequila sunrise and the Ward 8 that we're doing today is the tequila sunrise was like 4 ounces of fruit juice. It was super brunch. This is less of a brunch cocktail and more of a whiskey sour riff. And the Ward 8 is, interestingly, I will not take you through the entire history of this, but I will tell you it is from...
Please.
It is a long ago cocktail. It's from like the 1800s, the late 1800s. It was political, and very interestingly, it's a cocktail that comes from Boston. Boston has not contributed much in the way of craft cocktails, like New Orleans,
Very true. And the Ward 8 does reflect the 8th ward of Boston, which had some influence on this election in 1898, and that's where I'm drawing the line in my fun facts. All right, shall we? All right, so to Ricey's point, we're sort of flipping the ratios, whereas the tequila sunrise was very juice forward with just, it was actually 2-to-1 OJ to tequila. We're going back to closer to our sour recipe ratios. So we're doing 2 ounces of rye. You could use bourbon, but I think this drink needs a little extra kick. So I think the rye gives a little spice.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, but I think that since we're using the grenadine and the orange, it's very sweet. So the bourbon is extra sweet.
We're using a 1/2 ounce of lemon with only a 1/4 ounce of OJ. So again, in relation to the 4 ounces last week, dramatically different and less sweet.
But again, using that fresh orange juice is going to make a huge difference.
Huge.
We learned that last week, but it really does taste really different.
And then hopefully you guys did make homemade grenadine last week. So if you did, we do not want to use Rose's grenadine here. So homemade grenadine, 1/4 ounce.
You didn't make the grenadine. Some of these recipes that we were finding do suggest like pomegranate molasses.
Which, if you think about pomegranate molasses, not that I saw the recipe, it's probably not that far off what grenadine is from pomegranate juice and syrup.
The fact that my grenadine is so thick that I'm having to scoop it out of here with a spoon, probably pretty similar.
Let's see, I think you actually made pomegranate molasses by accident.
So, looks like pomegranate jello stuck in there. Glasses, sit here and chill. We're gonna shake it with ice.
So it really does, it looks just like a whiskey sour, which effectively is.
A little redder.
Yeah, yours is redder than mine. Not so much on this end. So what's in store for Wednesday?
Wednesday, we're going back to a boozier drink, and we're going to get off the sours for 5 minutes. And we'll be using your aged rum and doing sort of a Manhattan-y version of rum.
Are you going to be doing this while you're making it?
I'm going to be Axl Rosing. So aged rum, sweet vermouth, possibly a Verna.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. I have to be honest with you. This one here is sort of like this is a good, just whatever staple. You're not getting overly creative with it, but.
Oh, but if you're going to knock back a few of them, it's not bad.
Which you never do that.
If you're going to make a bunch for people, this is a good one to make 2 or 3 at a time.
Yeah, and it's safe.
Totally.
So, all right. See you guys Wednesday. Cheers, Rice.
Cheers, Jason.